just look first at some material we've got in from Tehran, which we can see here, which is phone footage taken by someone in Tehran, and I mean, it just gives an indication of the terror that a bombardment like this creates.
Yes, people in the street don't know what to do. It creates lots of smoke and dust, lots of sense of confusion, and just having what you assume to be foreign aircraft flying pretty low over your capital is very unsettling. It's like the sound of missiles, the sound of drones. I mean, that little bit of footage there, where the aircraft that we saw was flying pretty low, very low.
Yeah, and there's some more pictures. First of all, Michael, is clearly a significant military attack on Iran.
Yes, but President Trump said in his astonishing 8-minute video overnight, he said this is a major military operation. Well, Mr. President, it's not a major military operation, it's a war. Because you laid out a whole series of objectives. No nuclear program, no missile program, no involvement in the rest of the Middle East, calling upon the people of Iran, this is your moment, come out and replace this government. What you're trying to do, Mr. President, is to actually attack another government. And that's called a war. So this is war, undoubtedly. It's a war of America on Iran, which will have regional implications. Now, it might turn out to be a short war, we'll see. But it's a war. It's not a major military operation, it's war.
And once these wars start, it's very difficult to predict where they go.
You're absolutely right. I mean, at the moment, you've got this... if you're playing top trumps, the irony is America would win nearly all of it. So you'd imagine that the US military would crush Iran. But the harsh reality is if you don't put boots on the ground, and there's no suggestions that America wants to do that, it could be incredibly dangerous if that happened. America can strike targets with relative impunity across Iran. But Iran is also able to strike back, and we've already seen that. They've got a massive ballistic missile and cruise missile program. Cruise missiles are relatively easy to shoot down because they fly through the Earth's atmosphere. Fighter jets can shoot them down because they can catch up with them and take them out. Ballistic missiles is a completely different story, and I think we've already seen with lots of military bases, Qatar, Kuwait, UAE and Bahrain, attacking the US military options there. But I think one of the things Michael and I were chatting about offset, because we don't often get the chance to. This is like
been away behind, though,
it's like Ghostbusters. You can't cross the streams. Yeah. But the timing of all of this is actually also a bit bizarre because neither Michael and I can remember. You normally start these military operations the early hours of the morning. Yet we were both awoken about 6 o'clock, which is about 9:30, I think.
9:30 Tehran time, yeah.
And therefore, why was that? And it seems likely that because the Israelis are focused on the Iranian leadership, that they probably went, we've got a window of opportunity, it suddenly opened up, we've got to go now, because I can't otherwise explain why that would have happened.
But Sean mentioned it, boots on the ground. Really interesting what Donald Trump said in his video. He urged the people of Iran to come out onto the streets. This is your moment. We're going to do this. We're going to reduce this government, and this is your opportunity.
And you might not get another one.
Exactly. And all regime change, all wars end up with some boots on the ground. Eventually. So who are the boots on the ground going to be? Certainly not going to be the Americans. It absolutely won't be the Israelis. Who are the boots on the ground? He thinks they'll be the population of Iran. They will be the boots on the ground. And he said, I call upon the IRGC, lay down your arms and you get complete immunity. Lay down your arms to who? Who is going to grant you complete immunity? Does he think that the IRGC are going to lay their weapons on the floor and the ordinary people of Iran are going to walk into government buildings and take over? Yeah. Well, what does he think is going to happen?
Well, June, Benjamin Netanyahu said, this is your moment.
Exactly, yeah. But how do they think that is going to work? I mean, it's just presidential gobbledygook.
Let me just ask you, or talk to you about this. Iranian Revolutionary Guards commander says Tehran only fired so far its scrap missiles, will soon unveil unforeseen weapons. Now, that was on state TV. What's he talking about?
No idea. I mean, if he's got unforeseen weapons, if he doesn't use them soon, he will lose them. I mean, Israeli intelligence is very good. They know a lot about what is happening in the streets of Iran. It always has been for years. The Israelis will have a pretty fair idea where the various weapon stocks are. Maybe not all of them, but lots of them. And the Iranians must know there is a sort of military logic to this. Unless they use what they've got soon, the chances are they will lose it. And the Iranians always talk in apocalyptic terms about what they're going to do. Usually what they do is not very effective. They have, this last 18 months, they've taken to retaliating not very effectively. In this case, they want to get lucky. They want to get lucky at sea against American ships, or in the air, or in some other way against Israel. They need to get lucky sometime, I would guess, in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Right.